Good morning, Wilmington, here at DETV. Next up on the plaza is Dr. Arsht Cannon from the Arsht Cannon Fund. Welcome, Dr. Christine.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. This is such a great opportunity.
It's our pleasure.
Yes,
It's
it is our pleasure. Well, Dr. Christine Cannon, could you just kind of introduce yourself a little bit more and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I have had a great career over the last 50 plus years. I was a clinical nurse specialist and a nurse working in clinical practice. And then I had the opportunity to be a professor at University of Delaware nursing for 20 years. And then to top that off, I retired to be able to spend time in really directing and supporting the Arsht Cannon Fund. The Arsht Cannon Fund was endowed by the late Honorable Roxana Cannon Arsht, who happens to be my husband's aunt, and her husband Samuel Arsht. They endowed this fund in 2004, and since then we've given away over $11 million in grants to nonprofits.
Wow.
So that's been really, really exciting. I work very closely with their daughter, Adrienne Arsht.
Okay.
And Adrienne really directs the fund, and I do a lot of the legwork, review of applications, proposals for funding, and actually getting involved with the nonprofits that we support. So it has been great.
Yes.
And it's the best experience. And I've been doing this now for 16 years.
Wow.
16
Yeah,
years.
time flies. Really
Yes,
does.
when you're having
From
fun.
teaching to this, most definitely.
Yes. And the mission that was created in 2007 was to improve the quality of life for Hispanic Delawareans. And by funding nonprofits that are Latino serving, and also, in addition, by supporting these nonprofits to come together, collaborate, and really engage the community.
Yeah.
So that's been really an exciting part. So it's really twofold.
Right.
I really have to give credit to the nonprofits who worked so hard to serve the community. I have the easy part, the funding. They have the hard part.
Yes, they
So
do.
I just really want to thank them and the growth of these nonprofits over the last 15 years. When I first started, there may have been 4 or 5 that served the Latino community. Now there's at least 100. And so this is great. This is what we want. And statewide, not just centered in Newcastle County, but down in Kent and Sussex County.
Excellent.
I was going to ask you that because I know, like you said, the Hispanic Latino population is growing over the years, and they definitely need more support. And a lot of people have forgotten about them, and that's why we created like Ola Delaware, our Spanish show, to go statewide, and because there's a need, and you guys filled a need, right? Because when you have a community that's growing as fast as our brothers and sisters are, they need some type of financial assistance, right? And that's what you guys stepped in, and it's helping them to go back to their community and give more programs, more classes, or whatever it is. So thank you for doing that.
And it's an opportunity for me to do a lot of networking and help people that want to serve their Latino community, and hooking them up with others that have experience, that know some of the challenges, the assets of the community. So really, a lot of nonprofits aren't alone when they really start out to serve the community with their programming. They have a lot of people they can call.
Yeah, I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Dr. Cannon, are you from Delaware?
I am.
Yes.
I'm a native Delawarean.
What high school did you go to?
Yep.
You knew.
What high school did you go to?
Dickinson.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Love it.
University of Delaware and Penn.
And thank you for being a nurse, because that's starting to weigh real heavy on me. It's like I think we need to do something for our nurses, right? Because and I'm gonna sideline real quick. I was watching this movie this weekend called 5 Days at Memorial, and nurses like ladies and men have this thing that like these are our patients. So I just want to say thank you for that, because you know when we feel like we don't want to do it, the nurse is like, no, we're going to do it. And so thank you. That's my long short spiel.
It's been my pleasure to be a nurse, to also educate nurses that are now in practice, and to stay connected. So, I mean, it's great, and it's growing. And like you said, the community, I know back in 2006-07, the population, the Hispanic population was probably about 45,000 in Delaware. Now it's over 100,000.
Wow.
What do you enjoy about what you do? What makes you up in the morning like, you know what? Yeah, I love this.
There's a couple things. I really like the process of reviewing grant proposals and then coming back and getting more information. If I have questions, just really learning more about what nonprofits are doing for the community. But I think the best part is actually connecting with the people that are at the nonprofits and hearing their stories and their needs. It's just, it's been great. And I'm getting kind of close to retirement. So, you know, but I don't worry because I feel like I've made a lot of friends. And I can always check up on them.
Made a lot of, how about change? Made a lot of change?
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, a lot of the programs that originally were just Newcastle County based, we funded those nonprofits to move their programs downstate also.
Excellent.
So it's a lot of great opportunities.
Nice.
One of the, every year we give about 20 grants. They can range from $2,000 to $100,000 or even more. And then we usually, programs that are going very smoothly, have good results, they can come back a second and a third year to ask for funding. And a lot of this funding is, because it's program directed, a lot of it goes to supporting the staff, the directors. They have to be bilingual to be able to do the program. So, you know, we've really been supporting, you know, the staff and the program needs. If there are materials for the program, you know, we pay for that too.
Brand new nonprofit comes, and how do they go about signing up and getting more information about how you guys can help them?
Well, we have a fund, a website called www.arshtcannonfund.org. So they can go to that website and learn more about our mission. They can see examples of what we're funding. And then if they think that their idea is aligned with our mission, they fill out a very short, what we call pre-proposal. And that's right on the website under, you know, find grants or applying for a grant. So they can do that. I get that. I review it. I get back to them whether I think their idea is aligned with our mission or not. I don't want them spending a lot of time if it's really not. But if it looks good, what we do is send them the full application. And every year, our proposal applications are due April 1st. So we like to see pre-proposals prior to March 15th.
So they better get on it right now.
Try to make it simple. I don't know whether you are interested in any examples.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, our programs that are education-based, because obviously our mission is educational opportunities for Latino Delawareans. We have given a lot of support to language and literacy programs. We found that learning English is probably one of the most important things that immigrants can do to help assimilate, integrate, you know, advance in our communities. So we're funding a lot of family literacy, where not only the parents learn English, but they bring their children, and the children have, you know, activities. And then we have a lot of funding goes to early childhood through college education programs. So starting at infancy, there's a program run by Lativa Delaware.
I love those guys. Cipolla and
and it's in Spanish. They bring the families together. They work with the parents to really increase the ability of the parents to communicate with the child and the child to communicate with the parent early. And then we have programs through preschool, school age, you know, access to college programs. Light is a great example, leading you through empowerment. They are wonderful. They help 7th graders during their summer and work with them all the way until they enter high school.
You have a whole plethora of programs for, oh my
Yes.
God, that's amazing.
So Dr. Cannon, I do want to make note of this because I know we're starting to run out of time a little bit. Before we started filming, Dr. Cannon showed this to me, and I wanted you to explain your partnership with Delaware Community College and La Esperanza. So can you explain a little bit more about this?
Sure, I'm glad to.
Please.
Or I can. This is a summit that I was a part of on Saturday. It was down in Georgetown. It was a summit for Latino parents with kids, preschool and in school, to help them communicate and support their child through working with the school. Even volunteering in the school to help, maybe a classroom trip or whatever. But it's a way to engage with the school, have good communication, and help their child ultimately be successful. So this summit was one of the results of something that's called Lativa Delaware. It started in 2018. I was a part of that, working with La Esperanza directors and staff. And in 2018, there was a gathering of probably 30 Latino serving nonprofit leaders and teachers. They all got together. I was in the room for 3 hours. They all talked about the same issues with engaging the community, but none of them knew what they were doing.
Right.
So that was I left there thinking, we can't let this go on.
Right.
So we started Lativa Delaware to bring the nonprofit leaders together that serve the Latino community. And we've had summits, we have website, we have a newsletter, and we have events. What's nice about Lativa Delaware, we finally saw that there were a lot of different affinity groups.
Right.
But within a group, the people there really had a similar mission and serving maybe a similar community. Got them together, got them talking, and a lot of work came out of that. They start trusting each other.
Right.
They start collaborating for the real problems of the community. And so La Colectiva has been working with what's called the ESL network we developed so that anybody that wants to learn English can call and find out how to get engaged with the program.
Excellent.
We also have a program for young immigrant families. And this was a result of our parent engagement approach, which was planned by community members, teachers, leaders, and La Esperanza is really the support of La Colectiva.
Love it.
Excellent.
Love it.
And so it's worked out. When I attended this conference, or actually summit on Saturday, it was all in Spanish. So it was a little difficult for me, but I could feel what was in the room.
Yeah.
I just felt so good that all the work, money, went into something that was truly helpful. Everyone participated.
Right.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
So these are the kind of things we need to do more.
Right.
Work together, collaborate, and Arsht Cannon Fund is there to lead this indefinitely.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Come on, can you give the people the website to go to again to give
Yes,
more
the
information?
website is www.arsht, which is ARSHT, cannonfund.org.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much,
So
Dr. Cannon.
So, Dr. Cannon, can you keep us up to speed to whatever goes on that we need to
I
tell?
definitely will.
And you know what? I think I definitely need to get you on. We have a show called Ola Delaware.
Yes.
To get you on the show with
Absolutely.
Jasmine Bouquet because she has a huge following with that show.
That's great.
So we'll make that happen.
Okay. And I just want to, again, we're at the end of celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And, it's really time to celebrate histories, culture, contributions. And every year I've seen this grow. And we started 10 years ago with supporting the libraries to hold an event one Saturday out of the month of Hispanic Heritage Day. And so over the last 10 years, we've seen really increased events, engagement, lots of great things that not only help people within the group, but also the the community to learn more about our Latino neighbors and
Love it.
friends.
Excellent. Well,
Love
thank
it,
you
love
so
it.
much for joining us
Thank
today,
you so
Dr.
much.
Cannon.
Don't go nowhere yet. Don't go nowhere yet. Don't go nowhere yet.